Welcome back, everybody. You know, today is Ash Wednesday, and the American faithful will join in tradition of penance, asking for forgiveness of their sins. And of the 62 million Catholics across America, many are quietly seeing their services, their parishes shrink, all while some Gen Zers are attending Mass more often. And they now have some very famous role models for living their faith out loud. Adrian Banker brings us NewsNation's newest series, One Nation Under God, for more. I'm fascinated by this. Who are they looking to?
Well, first, before we get to that, of course, you mentioned Ash Wednesday. We've seen people who walk around with the cross on their foreheads, and it's a holy spectacle, really, a very public declaration. And a time of Lent, fasting, prayer. People may be hearing today in service that Mass in their home church is being moved across town because too few people are actually showing up for services during the year. But in recent years, Pew Research shows the highest attended church services of any denomination for 18 to 29-year-olds is Latin Mass. It may signal a new interest in faith and may explain in part why a TV show led by a very devout Catholic superstar is growing in popularity. Ash Wednesday is a time of penitence and prayer, and it's happening while the Catholic Church has been downsizing dioceses nationwide in Chicago, St. Louis, and Seattle, where 136 parishes are being consolidated to only 60 due to low attendance and a shortage of priests. Some churches will close entirely.
Do you think I've come to give peace on earth?
And now very well-known Catholic Jonathan Rumi, whose portrayal as Jesus in TV's The Chosen has made him famous, is perhaps making Christianity cool again.
My prayer is always that God uses me to let people see him.
As a child, he was particularly curious about the cross.
I was probably 11 or 12 years old when I was watching every year around Easter, Jesus of Nazareth, the miniseries from the late 70s. I got inspired to go out into my backyard, find a couple of 2x8s, hammer them together into a life-size crucifix, slid my hands where the nails go and where the feet were, and then just reenacted the crucifixion as a preteen.
According to a new poll by the Beckett Fund for Religious Liberty, teens and young adults are open to the freedom of religious expression, but wary of organized religion, like church.
I'm not deeply into the faith like I used to be.
I don't want to serve a God that condemns good people to hell.
While filming, The Chosen produced a documentary revealing how this internet generation views Christ as portrayed in the historical drama.
Young people come up to me constantly. The show is helping to demonstrate to kids that Jesus loves you and wants a relationship with you, and through that, you are cultivated to want to live a better life, to make better decisions, to be the person God made you to be.
Outside of the show, Rumi freely shares his testimony, taking church to the people.
Watching The Chosen helped me, open up a little bit more and get a better understanding of who Jesus was.
So that tug that you're feeling, that's Christ trying to get to know you. That's what that is. So you've got nothing to lose to explore. I'll pray for you.
And some part of the human experience that many of us have gone through is in seeking meaning. Some call it spirituality, others crying out for God. Most polls, of course, you've seen them. They do show Americans are increasingly disinterested in religion, but that's only part of the picture. The Survey Center on American Life says a higher percentage of Gen Zers are affiliated with religion than millennials or baby boomers. And the U.S. may be very well in the midst of revival.
Yeah, and it's interesting to hear Latin Mass. They're going to check out, they're returning to. I think so many of us, especially in the wake of the pandemic, found that church doesn't have to be within four walls, but there's nothing that replaces that feeling, when you're there with a church family.
Well, it's interesting.
So it's
guess how many people, what percentage of Gen Zers, 18 to 29-year-olds, do you think go to church one time a week or more?
Oh, gosh, I'd probably say 20%.
That's a great guess. 25% of 18 to 29-year-olds across all denominations attend a service once a week or more. But for those attending Latin Mass, the Pew Research found it was 98% of 18 to 29-year-olds who actually attended those services. It's because of the beauty, the sacredness of the service, the tradition. I think a lot of young people are looking for something more than just a casual appearance or a casual experience when it comes to church and God.
Something greater than themselves. And you can't replicate that feeling. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.